Alrighty, welcome back to some more Umineko When They Cry. So besides the one segment where there was a duel between Battler and Erica in terms of truth debates, there's also the one-on-one with Angie Beatrici and the Golden Witch Beatrici as well. Although, if anything, I'd rather prefer the conversation between Hachijo and Burn Castle. Because if anything, you know, well, let's just say Hachijo made some reasonable points when it comes to like Angie's stubbornness, especially within like from like the other half of this visual novel. That's the thing, right? A lot of the times I can understand Angie, but at the same time, for her as a character, it can be very, what's the word? It gets pretty repetitive, maybe. I mean, what can go wrong, right? Oh, to fix the audio. There we go. In the Great Rokenjima explosion, almost none of the family's remains were recovered. Yeah, because a big ass. The explosives were from the kept up from the post World War II. Some days I hoped that this might be a sign that they had escaped the explosion and survived. That hope gave me the strength to live on. However, that hope wasn't strong enough to support me for 12 long years. Yeah. Now you're just admitting that you're being a doomer about it.
だから私は真実を知りたいと思いながらも無意識のうちに真実から目を背けていた。家族の死をはっきりと理解することで誰かが生き残ったかもしれないという奇跡を自ら否定してしまいそうで。でもね、もうそういうありもしない奇跡にすがって生き延びるのには飽き飽きしたの。だから私は家族の死を受け入れることにした。どのような真実であろうとも認めようと思った。
And why didn't you make that decision earlier then? Like, it doesn't have to be. None of this would have happened.
だから私は真実の魔女となった。
It could have just, ended like a bit more abrupt instead of having some sort of extension to it.
過去の真実に目がくらみ、自らの未来が見えなくなったものの、なんと愚かなことか。許せ、バトル。そなたの妹を正しき未来に導くには、わらわは力が足りなかった。
A blazing blue wedge appeared in Angie's hand. It was long, thick, and shaped like a spear. Oh boy. What a
これで終わりよ。1986年の魔女。
what a way to be descriptive on this one.
この密室は完璧な密室。故に私は出られず、あんただって外部から私に指一本触れることはできない。でもあんたは私をこの密室に閉じ込めたわ。それをもって私を殺したと言える唯一のトリックがこれよ。
Yeah, you basically starved her in.
あんたは私をこの完全な密室に閉じ込めて餓死させた。それを目論んで私を閉じ込めたなら、これは立派にあんたが殺したことになる密室殺人。死因を煙に巻きすぎたのが裏目に出たわね。さようなら、幻想の魔女。
Yeah, but what if someone other than her locked you? You know what? Never mind. See you in hell. With the stained glass window behind her, Beato spread her arms and let the spear of the blue truth pierce her. The blue spear seemed to crucify Beato against the window. Oh no. You mean to tell me fucking Angie won out of all things?
Game set. これがエヴァおばさんの日記。一なる真実の書ね。
Angie picked up the book. Picked the book up. Why couldn't I say that? Fuck you. From where it lay on the altar, sealed in crystal.
それを読めば、そなたはベルンカステルとの契約により死ぬのであろうが。
It's a trap.
死ぬために真実を知るのか。
Wasn't there like a soundboard for it where it's a trap?
馬鹿げている。
Yeah. What if you get baited in by fake news?
そうよ。私は死ぬために真実を求めてるの。死に方くらい私に選ばせて。私もバカじゃない。本当の私はきっとあの地上の星空の宙に浮かんでいるのよ。
So I can die and move on from my life. No more of this pain and suffering. Berncastle acknowledged me as the final Beatrice and invited me on a journey to learn the truth of 1986. I won't be able to return here again. When Berncastle told me that and walked off the roof into the black sky, I followed her into the empty air. That was the contract. I wanted two things from Berncastle. One was for someone from my family to come back, the other was revenge. I wanted to destroy the illusion of the witch that hid the events of that day. I wanted to reach the truth. However, the first of my wishes couldn't come true. After all, even the Witch of Miracles couldn't find a fragment where my family came home. So, she wordlessly questioned me. She told me that I couldn't reach the goals unless I had the courage to end this worthless life, where I lived like a ghost, hoping someone might come back. So, she walked out into the open air, and I followed her. Yes, now I can understand. When I offered to trade away my life, I made one wish and gave up on another. I wished for revenge against the illusion, hiding the truth. Yeah. You're committing a revenge against fantasy, which is kind of pointless, in all honesty. And now, I've succeeded in that revenge, defeating the master of that illusion and obtaining the book of the single truth. What I gave up was my naivety, my continuing belief that someone from my family might come back. And now I can accept that my entire family is dead.
知らなきゃ生きてることにできるの？あんたたちの言う猫箱というのは死体を隠せば生きていることにしてもいいという甘えた妄想だけがたった一つのトリック。でもね、隠したって死んでいることは変わらないのよ。遠いお空の国でいつまでも見守っているなんて、そんなおとぎ話みたいなので私の傷が塞げると本気で思っているの？
But you don't understand. That's why your belief of reincarnation should be at hand. I don't know.
真実の魔女エンジェ・ベアトリーチェ。起こらぬ奇跡を待って亡霊のように生きる日々から、私は真実に至った 高潔なる殉教者として生を終えるのよ。
A noble martyr. That's some bold words right there, to be honest.
そなたはマリアの魔導書より魔法の力を理解したのではなかったのか。
Yeah, didn't you just said that earlier in like episode 4? Why did you decide to flip the script from here?
ええ、理解したわ。そしてなんて無力なものだろうと絶望したわ。そしてそれがお兄ちゃんが私に押し付けようとしていることなのよね。私が信じれば、魔法があれば、いつだって家族は私のそばにいる。
Yeah. Oh, I clicked the wrong comp for that. God damn it. That's not good. That is a bit of an unfortunate error.
バカにしないで。そんな魔法で、そんな幻想で、白チューブで私の12年が言えるの？
Yes.
そしてこれから未来の数十年をどう生きていけるの？誰か帰ってきてよ、誰か。でも誰も帰ってこない。じゃあせめてあの日何があったのかだけでも教えてよ。それは教えてくれるそうよ、ベルンカステルが。
Because you have plenty of years within your life to move on and do something for a change. But unfortunately, that ain't the case for you.
はあ、我が主よ、今こそ一なる真実の書を手に入れました。今からこれを持ち帰りますから、私に真実をお与えください。家族が生きているかもしれないという甘えた奇跡を捨て去る覚悟はもうとっくにできています。私に今こそあの日の真実を教えて。
A blinding light poured out of the chapel. It seeped from the windows and the cracks of the door, even reaching as far as Battler's and Erica's eyes.
なんだ。
Oh shit. And then Battler realized that it's fucked.
どうやら同志エンジェが仕事を終えたようですね。あなたが無様な封印を施したようですが、我が主に委ねれば冷凍サンマを解凍するより簡単に解いてくれるでしょう。
くそ。
我が主よりエンジェが仕事を終えるまで遊べばよいと命じられています。十分に再会を楽しめましたし、これでお開きにしようと思います。
What the hell, man? Erica gave an elegant curtsy.
なぜエンジェに一なる真実をそそのかせ。
Yeah, why is that?
お前の主なら知ってるはずだ。エンジェには何の意味もない真実だと。
Yeah, all that truth is gonna do is hurt.
ええ、
All that truth is gonna do is it's just gonna hurt you.
世の中のあらゆる真実に意味などありません。意味を生み出すのは結局のところ人間一人一人の心の中。一なる真実でさえ人が異なれば生まれる意味が異なる。ないんですよ、真実に意味なんて。それでも私が真実にこだわる理由はただ一つ。
探偵だから。
ぐっと。しかし エンジェさんは探偵ではありません。あの子にとって真実はゴール。幸薄き人生に終わりを告げる終止符です。これであの子はようやく生を終える最後のみそぎを終えた。
Yeah, but how is reaching the book of the single truth, opening it up, like ends her like misery? Like by the time she's done, then she's be like, "Yep, I can die happy now." That's not moving on.
死ぬためにたった一つの真実にこだわる一夜限りの、地上に叩きつけられて死ぬまでのほんのわずかな時間だけのかりそめの真実の魔女。
エンジェを死なせはしない。どんなに辛くても生きてくれ。それだけが俺たちの願いなのだから。生きていればどんな魔法もどんな奇跡だって起こり得るんだ。
それをエンジェさんの肩を抱いて直接言わなかったことがあなたの敗因です。いかがです？あなたのわめきを聞くだけでフルドエリカにはこの程度の推理が可能です。
生きろエンジェ
Yeah, listen to your big brother. He yelled towards the chapel, but Angie probably wasn't even there anymore. Battler's yell was swallowed by the empty, pitch-black sky and the sea of rampaging goats.
どうしえば作戦終了です。退却しましょう。
もうおしまい？今度は私自らがエヴァ犯人説で島中をめちゃくちゃにしてやろうと思ってたのに。
You didn't even tear the island apart. You turned the island into a fucking apocalypse. Eva appeared in midair and cackled.
ごめんねバトラ君、私の力不足で。私は私のやり方で12年間あの子を守ったわ。
感謝する。
でももうあの子が自分で決めることよ。もうあの子も18歳。自分の人生は自分で決めてもいいとは思わない？
悪いな、妹煩悩な兄貴で。
じゃあね。
Oh shit. She just called you a incompetent older brother.
私は今はベルンカステル教の駒。これで失礼するわ。
どうしえば後ほど。
Eva held her palm open and a small pointy blue fragment appeared there. The fragment burst, and with a blinding flash of light, Eva vanished. It was the same light that had seeped out of the chapel earlier. Pieces cannot leave the game board. However, the Voyager witches alone could come and go. Come and go. This was probably some sort of magic that Bernkastel had given them. Erica opened her palm as well, and the same sort of fragment appeared there.
それではこれにて。下手をしたらこれでお別れですね。
待ちな。俺たちの決着はまだついてねえぜ。
If he could steal the fragment in Erica's hand, he would be able to go to where Bernkastel was. The seal surrounding the Book of the Single Truths would probably be melted easily with Berncastle's power. However, even so, it would take her some time. If he could steal that fragment, he would have a chance of bringing Angie back to her senses.
決着も何もタイムオーバーです。ですが
Oh, you said however.
最後にもう一撃を食らいたいというのがお望みなら叶えてあげてもいいですが
Yeah, you said however. That means you would want to resume it. Badler had known that Erica wouldn't be able to resist the challenge. After all, he already knew what her trick was. He'd figured it out just a second ago. Even while he spoke with Erica, he had been thinking about it inside his mind. He could finish her with this last strike and take the fragment.
行くぜ、エリカ。この一撃で決めてやる。
その一撃でおいとましますので自慢のとんでも推理の中でもとびっきり面白いのをお願いします。
お前の3つ定義は壁、窓、床、天井、チェーンのあらゆる絶対性を主張した。しかし1点だけ、あまりのバカバカしさに俺が求めなかった絶対性がある。それはチェーンを外部から開閉することの可否だ。
She's like, what?
青き真実。これがお前の3つの答えだ。
Yeah, what is he gonna cook up this time, I wonder?
チェーンの長さ。お前の3つのチェーンは長く、外部からも開閉が可能である。
Yeah, if only you made it a bit more shorter than that. Well, I can't really counter against that. What a ridiculous answer. However, if you blindly assume that a lock made by an unbreakable chain makes a closed room unbeatable, then this truly would be a perfect closed room. The blue wedge flung from Balor's hand plunged straight into Erica's chest. As she winced in pain, her hand shook, and the fragment she held flew into the air.
バトラさんの密室定理は壁、窓、床、扉、チェーンまであらゆる絶対性を主張しました。しかし一つ実にバカバカしい定義が抜けていましたよ。青き真実。
Oh, you're also countering blue on blue?
バトラさんの密室には天井がなく壁を乗り越えての入室が可能である。
Erica's blue scythe swung out from behind her back, catching Badler in the side as he stretched his hand out towards the fragment. Badler's hand didn't reach it. The fragment returned to Erica's hands once more.
トリックのバカバカしさは互角だったようですね。
It's on even footing.
ミステリーマニアなら奮闘しているところでしょうか。
Mystery nuts, or is it mystery meat? Get it?
しかし私は違う。そのバカバカしさを暴くに至ったその過程に恍惚を覚えます。
How?
それが探偵フルド・エリカ。
Oh wait, there is no how. Hey man, she said mystery nuts. So I made a joke called mystery meat.
貴様、
Oh no.
とっくに答えに至ってやがったな。
いいえ、あなたが青き真実を繰り出してからかけらを奪おうと手を伸ばすまでの一瞬で考えました。私は最初から時間稼ぎ。今の一瞬で初めて私は推理を始めたのですから。
Erica broke the crystal barrier that surrounded them. Then she flew high up into the sky, looking down on Battler and laughing at him as she gave a final bow.
ごきげんよう、バトラさん。私の出番がこれだけだとしても、これで私が用済みで再び忘却の深淵に突き落とされようとも悔いのない時間でした。
待て。
Oh no, it's Jover. Like she'd actually wait just because I told her to. With a blinding flash, Erica vanished. Angie had retrieved the book with the single truth and returned to Burn Castle. Badler and the others had no way to leave the game board. Everything had come to an end. Oh, sweet. That means it's already over. Oh, wait. How did she escape the chapel? A gold butterfly flitted by, and Beato appeared.
すまぬ、バトラー。エンジェを逃がしてしまった。
俺もすまねえ。奴らを逃がしちまった。もうお手上げだ。
It's Crover. Badler had created this game for Angie. Now that Angie was gone, the game board no longer had any purpose. And even if that hadn't been the case, the game board itself had been chewed to bits by the goats and was now like a single leaf floating on the sea of nothingness. No, it doesn't look like it. I mean, this might as well be infected due to an apocalypse at this point, the way it was designed. Thanks to Gertrude and Cornelia's seals, the mansion was protected from the second floor up. The door to the Golden Land was now open wide enough for a child to slip through. The smaller people, like Maria and Sakutaro, went through it.
我が友よ。扉の開きが少し早くなった気がする。
はい。私の目にもそのように見えます。
お父さん、扉はまだ開きませんか。奴らもうじき窓を破ってきそうです。
クラウス様、どうかご安心を。アイゼルネ・ユングフラウの結界、そうやすやすと破れるものではございません。
もうじき大人も通れるようになります。大丈夫ですよ。間に合います。
しかし、どんどんばんばんとすごいありさまでして、その
慌てずに待て。どうせ我らには待つ以外にできることは何もないのだからな。
I don't know about the staying calm parts, considering we're on a limited time here. Even the outer walls of the mansion were covered with goats, and they were plunging their fangs and fists into the walls and windows trying to crush them. So, anyone watching the goats stuck to all the windows in the hallway, smashing their thick arms against the windows, couldn't help but be terrified, even if they knew about the barrier. However, anyone watching the group of goats gathered at the top of the big staircase on the other side of the barrier would probably feel a different emotion. Rather than terror, it was a sad, empty sort of emotion. The barrier was drawn across the landing at the top of the hall's great staircase. Beyond that barrier, everything had already been eaten away. Was it even possible for those who stood in the hallway at the upper floors to believe that this was the Rokenjima mansion? By now, no one looking at the scene would be able to imagine such a thing. Forget the hall or even the whole first floor. Even the ground itself was almost gone. The sea of goats had eaten everything apart long before this. They had eaten apart the hall, the pillars of the mansion, the floor, the ground, the sea, the very concept of the island, every part of the game board Battler had created. Oh my god. How did they even do so? And now the only leftover was the upper part of the mansion, which floated along in empty space. Wait, what? When the mansion collapsed by itself by now? Or are you just telling me but because of a game board, it just, the upper part, it just floats? By that sort of logic. Float along in empty space.
何がなりや。
この島を食い尽くすという快楽に身を任せたヤギたちが自分たちの足場さえ食い尽くし虚無に落ちて消えていく。
Have eaten up even the ground they stood on, dropping themselves into nothingness. This had once been a huge entrance hall. Beyond it had been a vast rose garden. There had been so many places to stand upon. However, now, holes had been dug everywhere, and nearly everything outside the mansion was completely gone. Some goats were clutching to the few remaining footholds and pillars, still eating away at them.
真実を暴くとは殺すことと心得るものなり。
人はなぜ殺さずには生きられないのです。遠大なる歴史の中であれだけの大勢が奇跡を願いながら結局は奇跡の余地を自ら食い尽くし自らの足場さえ食い破って奈落へ落ちていく。
Because we live in the current era where humanity is also fucked no matter what. Like, normally I could have an extended explanation of how fucked up the world as is, but when it comes to the whole question of why can't humans live without killing, but I don't have it created, unfortunately. Other than having like just a TLDR of a statement. They saw a goat chewing the same pillar that was holding it up. Oh my god. Kind of a weird, have it like upside down, like beefy goat, like that. Which unsurprisingly fell into empty blackness along with the goat.
人間は知るために生きるように定められた悲しい生き物だからです。知ることが自分の生きる夢や希望を自ら食い尽くすことを意味するなら、人間は死ぬために生まれてきたってことになる。私たちは生きろと教えられます。しかし生きてなすことのほぼ全てが結局は自分を殺している。
それ以上考えるな。頭痛にならん。
私は一人の人間として問いたい。知ることは罪なのですか？
No.
無知に生きる方が夢や希望があると。
Although, it would be someone horrible depending on the situation that we can be ignorant.
全知に生きることも無知に生きることもどちらにも利点はあるし短所もある。そのどちらに生きるのも自由だ。だから人間ってのは無力なんだ。
人は知ることはできても知らぬことはできない生き物なり。
故に全知の神はそれができぬ人間に代わりて、知るべきことと知らぬべきことを分け隔てているものなり。
過ぎた好奇心は夢も希望も殺す。
You know what they say, curiosity kills the cat.
人は知るべきでないことを知らぬままに忌避できぬ哀れな存在です。バトラ教がそれをエンジェに伝えきれなかったとしても無理もないことです。
そのエンジェももういない。このゲームももうおしまいだな。
Struck dumb by Will's words, everyone fell silent. Only the sound of the goats eating everything away rang out hollowly. Even if they escaped to the Golden Land, the goats of emptiness would probably chew into that realm as well. Even if they got away for the time being, nothing would be resolved. It was all set in stone now. They had no way to resist the future's violent attempts to tear the cat box of the past open.
なら私たちは生きなければ。人間の愚かさが自ら夢や希望を捨て去ることならば、私はそれを最後の1秒まで信じることを選びたい。
いい根性だ。
私は幾百万の世界のベアトリーチェたちの唯一の希望が具現化した存在だから、私はこんな時でもみんなの希望でなければいけないんです。だから私はまだこのゲームを諦めません。
諦めないとは？
最後の1秒まで奇跡を信じて待つということです。
最後の1秒まであがいてあがき抜こうってわけか。
そうです。私たちの時だってあの恐ろしい猫の胸の中で死を覚悟したではありませんか。でもラムダデルタさんが助けてくれました。もし奇跡を信じずに諦めていたら、私たちは助けられる前に虚無に消えていたに違いない。
私が助けたってより、ベルンがあんたたちを殺し損ねたって感じね。あるいはあの子の気まぐれかもしれない。奇跡の魔女の奇跡的な気まぐれってわけね。
Is that part of Berncastle's flaw? There's like a slight slim chance that she can be merciful? Who knows? How long has she been there? Yeah. How long were you been hiding there? Lambda Delta was leaning on the handrail of the staircase eating popcorn. She held the cup of popcorn out as if to say want some, but Leon declined the offer.
バトラ君たちが言ってました。エンジェちゃんは自分の命と引き換えに真実を得る契約をしたと。
さっきのあんたたちの話によるなら、それは契約じゃないわね。
No more. Yeah, I thought she was gonna like sit up on the fucking chandelier for hours. But at least, thankfully.
だって人は死ぬために真実を求めて生きてるんでしょ。
Yeah, that was kind of a bit of a annoying scene. Every time within dialogue, we just look at the chandelier and wonder.
つまりエンジは自分の性のすべてを真実を得るために費やした。それを一瞬の時間にベルンが凝縮しただけのことだわ。
エンジェちゃんは夢も希望もなくしたから自らの命を軽んじてしまった。彼女にどうやったら夢や希望を与えられるんですか？どうやったら生きることに意味を見出させることができるんですか？
それ私に聞いてんの？私パーよ。それも2回転ひねりの入った超パー。難しい話されてもわかんないわ。
Paper. Okay. If the 7 Purgatory Sisters are paperweights, then Lambda Delta is fucking paper. When was she called paper? That's a... I could be retarded and don't remember when. So, after tossing the last bits of popcorn into her mouth, Lambda Delta threw the empty cup into the abyss of nothingness. Well, I mean, at least she didn't litter, right? If the empty cup used for popcorn gonna be thrown into like the abyss of nothing, then that wouldn't count as littering, right? You know what? Oh well. Oof. Why did I derail into something off topic? I don't know.
ベルンはエンジェにチャンスを与えた。いえ、選択肢を与えたと言うべき。そしてエンジェはその選択肢の中から自ら選んでゲーム版に現れ、そして今バトラとのゲームで再び自ら選択肢を選んでる。あの子のゲームは最初から最後までずっとあの子のものよ。私は今それをのんびりと感激しているわ。
感激に熱中しているというわけでもなさそうだな。
まあね、先の見えちゃったお芝居だし、だからそろそろおいとましようかなって思ってたところよ。
先が見えたと感じたらあなたはそのお芝居を見るのをやめるのですか？ひょっとしたらあなたが想像しないようなクライマックスを迎えるかもしれないのに。
Yeah, imagine making that, analogy. Like, imagine using the movie analogy to it. Lambda Delta licked her salty fingers. Then she stared at Leon challengingly and grinned. Salty? Oh, the popcorn.
絶対にこれで終わりません。必ずバトラ君の気持ちが通じます。彼女により良い未来を生きてほしいという気持ちが伝わり、彼女が自らそれを選択する。必ず絶対そういう物語になります。
へえ、こ の絶対の魔女ラムダデルタにあんたが絶対を保証するの？
そうです。私が絶対に保証します。エンジェちゃんのゲームはこのままでは終わりません。だから席を立たないでください。そして私たちも立ちません。私たちにできることは必ずあります。そしてそれが必ず彼女をより良き未来へ誘う。この物語は必ずハッピーエンドになります。だから最後まで見届けてください。お願いします。
You know, it's weird. Someone told me that there was someone that told me that there's not going to be like some sort of happy ending to it, but just I don't know if it counts as a spoiler per se, but I'm sure I'll reach, to the conclusion and make that judgment for myself. So
私絶対の魔女としてこの物語にハッピーエンドはないって宣言しちゃってるんだけど。
ハッピーエンドの定義なんて見る人それぞれが決めることでしょ。
for a while there was a tense silence, with a confident gaze that seemed to be saying, "Are you serious?" Lambda Delta stared at Leon. However, Leon's eyes didn't even twitch. What, are you two having a staring contest right now? It looks like it right here. For some time, they both stared into the other's eyes without flinching. Yeah, you two are literally having a staring contest. Oh, now you gave up. Suddenly, Lambda Delta let out a large sigh and stretched.
行くあてもないし。いいわ、もうちょっとだけ付き合ってあげる。ポップコーンのおかわりをくれたらね。今度はキャラメルフレーバーがいいわ。
Yeah, that's because you lost the staring contest. Now you will do as you please.
黄金鏡へ来てくれればいくらでもご馳走します。
Lambda Delta waved at them with a thin smile. No one was quite sure what this meant, but apparently signified her surrender in her own way. Good.
いいわ。あんたがあんたなりの絶対のハッピーエンドを保証するなら、この大ラムダデルタもう少しだけ付き合ってあげるわ。本当に私って心が広いわよね。まるでビワ湖のように。
Lake Biwa. Does this ever get mentioned in like some sort of lore dump? No.
微妙に狭いな。
そして日本海のように穏やかね。すごい荒波です。
金形。おそらく例えが逆かと思われるものなり。
There was some muffled laughter. Lambda Delta is the witch who gives strength to those who possess unshakable willpower. Leon believed in a happy ending, and that certain enthusiasm might have been enough to earn a small miracle from Lambda.
みんな、私を退屈させるんじゃないわよ。じゃなきゃ、いつだって私は席を立っちゃうんだからね。
もちろんです。バトラ君も歓迎するでしょう。
Leon understood. In order to fight back against Burn Castle, who had taken Angier outside the board, They would need the power of another who was capable of leaving the board. Their last hope was to make sure Lambda Delta didn't abandon this game. However, judging by Lambda Delta's expression as she hummed to herself cheerily, actually asking her for help was probably going to be a problem.
見てゼパル、すごいわ。1階から下がぽっかりだわ。
Yeah. Unfortunately, you can't even make... Well, I guess you can't make popcorn from here now that the floor is completely destroyed.
これは絶景だね。なかなかお目にかかれない景色だよ。
上の様子はどうですか？そうそう、それを知らせに来たの。
いやあみんな、お待たせしたね。黄金鏡の扉が開いたそうだよ。
Sweet.
やれやれ、ようやくか。
参りましょう。ここはいつまでも安全ではありません。
Everyone who had been sitting on the staircase got up.
さらば麗しの六軒島だな。
そうですね。こんな光景でさえこれが見納めなのですね。
何を器用なこと言ってんのよ。見せなさいよ、私に。
Look, the gloomy attitude is because what if we wanted to go back to travel to Rokenjima again? That's the thing.
ハッピーエンド。
Well, we'll see whether the ending is happy or not. If we reach the end, that is. Oh no. I don't want it. Not this music. Especially when I wanted to end it at 52 minutes in. Bucket the truth. What are we at? We're at chapter 13. Yeah. That is a good time to save it around here. Oh, So what did I learn? The door to the golden land has been opened up. Escaping the Roken. We're not even calling it the game board eating us out. I'll call it the Rokenjima apocalypse either way. So, with that being said, let's see what's in the inside of the book. Look, if this book is a cat box, and maybe there's some sort of worth of importance, right? So with that being said, like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys later. You have a good one.